All right. Excuse me. All right. Welcome to G.W.R. Gonzo's Wrestling Room. Live recap and reaction show to WCWO Final Destination, which was took place Friday, April 29th, just over the weekend.
Yep.
Before we get started, have Tony Gonzalez here with me as usual. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
Check out, make sure our sound is good real quick, and then we'll jump right into it. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
Check out. All right. No, like I said, we went down there. We didn't broadcast this show live. We just went down to watch because we knew being the end of the month show, it's probably going to be a good show. Plus, right before the show, we interviewed WCW owner Joey Owens. If you haven't seen that interview, you can check it out on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch pages at Gonzo Sports Room. But what do you think about this show Friday night?
It was a real good show. I really liked it. I liked the way they started it off with the segment with JB and Dutch Boy having a rush party, and it was interrupted with the highlight reel came out and kind of confronted them. Well, then it looked like they was going to fight. And Big Pete came out. I think Reggie was out there also and showed a video of an attack that happened several weeks ago, and everybody thought that it was the highlight reel that attacked Pete, and I can't remember if it was Reggie or another person at that time. I think it was Reggie also, but I can't remember.
Yes, Pete and Reggie.
Okay, and everybody thought it was a highlight reel. Well, this video came to light that it was Dutch Boy and JB all along. So highlight reel got their belt stripped, and that's how that tournament happened. And that's how JB and them ended up winning that tournament. And they're the ones that attacked them. So they put the belts up and made a main event for Dutch Boy and JB to take on the highlight reel main event. I like that segment. I like the way it was done. I thought it was a real good start of the show.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the video package they put together and everything. And it was cool how they tied in the story from last month or month and a half ago into this month. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, at least 6 weeks. It might have been 2 months. So I mean, I like the way the story went. I thought it was real good.
Yeah, it probably was closer to 6 weeks because they had a tournament and everything since then.
At least 6 weeks and a half. It could have been 2 months possibly. It's been a good period of time. But I liked the way that segment went. There was some funny stuff in it. I think Dutch Boy and JB's doing a great job. With what they're trying to do, and of course the highlight reel is a great tag team. So I thought it was real good.
Yeah, I mean, I did as well.
Okay, the first match of the night to open the show was Rachel and how do they pronounce his name? Davari?
Uh, Hadari.
Hadari. Okay, so Hadari and Rachel taking on Savage Love. And again, I know when we talked to Joey, he said he didn't believe that these guys had really wrestled each other much, individually or together or any combination. So it's kind of a new match there. Thought it was a pretty good match. There was a couple issues where I thought the referee got in the way a little bit, but I thought it was a real good match. I thought the competitors performed really well. Savage Love ended up pulling out the victory. And like I said, it was a good, solid match. Good first match.
Yeah, it was a good first match, and that was the second time that we've got to see Hadari and Rachel be a tag team. And I'll tell you what, both I've enjoyed it both times that we've seen it. Now they worked good. They do work good together. That was a good match. Rachel just keeps getting better and better. It seems like every time we see her, she's getting better. All four of them are a lot better than what they were just
Oh,
7,
yeah.
8 months ago when we first got to see them guys wrestle live.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I noticed about Savage Love that I liked in this match, they do a lot of high flying, moves and things. They didn't do as much in this match. Uh, and I like that. I don't think you need to rely on that all the time. You got to know when to use it, and I like that. I like that they're changing their style up a little bit. Not every match has to be 100 miles a minute.
Yeah.
Uh, I think different styles, which wrestling a guy like Adari that changes the style. A big guy, big strong like that would change the style of the match, and Rachel can match her speed with them guys. So I thought it was a good matchup, and I thought it was an interesting match.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you've talked off air. I really like the match. The one thing I'd like to see more out of the Savage Love is I think they should use. I think Lily should be used a little more.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would like to see. I would like to see that. I can't disagree with it.
but I mean, other than that, I really enjoyed the match. But if I did have a little bit of a critique, it would be that. Not just from that match, just from seeing Savage Love a few times. I think it would benefit them to use Lily to their advantage. So
Oh yeah, I think there would be some storylines and things that they could use. So yeah, I agree.
good.
Okay. Next match on the card. This was an interesting matchup. It was Jason Levi against the Savage Pogo. That was a real interesting match. Um, and really, I mean, Pogo's a veteran, been around a long time. Jason Levi, since we've been going to shows, we've seen him. We've seen him as tag team champions and real good tag team, real good individual wrestler. I wouldn't call it an upset by any means, but Pogo won the match. It wasn't an upset, but I think some people might have been surprised. A lot of people think Pogo might be on the back end of his career. Uh, Used that dreaded heart punch to get the victory, and later on tonight, I had a confrontation with the champion Jordan James. So I don't know, maybe he's heading to that direction. Maybe even a possible title shot. I don't know where that's headed, but that was an interesting matchup. Which like I said, I love Pogo. I love Pogo's character. I like his entrance to the ring. I like it. I like his. I like Pogo. He's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that match. I feel the same way as you about Pogo. I like watching Pogo. He, I don't know, he just puts off a, a good energy when he comes out. He interacts with the crowd. And he and for being a veteran, he can still go in the ring as well. For
Yeah,
being a veteran and Levi,
and
I tell you what, I think we saw him first as a tag team, but he's just a bit as good as a singles competitor as he is as a tag team competitor. I really like Levi. I think he has a big future in the business.
yeah, he could be a top level guy there. At WCWO or any independent and maybe further. Who knows? I mean, but yeah, he's very good. The thing about Pogo that stands out though, he's different. I mean, there's nobody like Pogo. That's always a help, when you're different. I mean, it definitely makes a difference. So, yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a different styles, different matchup. But like I said, different styles make for a good matchup sometimes.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
right. Okay, the next match of the night we had Shorty P Knuckles taking on Max Sterling. Uh, that was an interesting match, physical match, and Shorty P has had one match and wrestled a lot of places. Uh, he's had struggles with WCWO, but he uh, and so again, I'm not going to because I'm sure Knuckles is very capable, but we've seen him, win a lot of matches. So I mean, it was a good match, and it was.
You're you were
Can you
cutting
hear
out.
me?
You're having an internet issue. Are you connected? You know if you're on the Wi-Fi?
Your screen went off a couple times.
All right, he'll be right back. We're having some technical difficulties. I believe he was talking about the Shorty P Knuckles and he's trying to get back in. The Shorty P Knuckles and Max Sterling match is what he was talking about. He's having some internet difficulties, but no, that was another good match on the
My
card.
screen's back up.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, you were digitized. I couldn't understand anything you were saying. I knew you were talking about Shorty P match. But other than
Okay,
that,
yeah. Okay, well, Shorty P again has had some issues winning matches, especially at WCWO. He's a great competitor, and I wouldn't call it a surprise, but he come off with a victory against Max Sterling. It was a good match. We've seen Sterling win a lot of matches, so that was a good victory for Knuckles, I thought.
yeah, you can't forget Knuckles had some help in that match as well from with Wiley there on the outside.
Had a lot of help, no doubt about it.
Fans
But
were letting Wiley know that he was wearing a dress. He wasn't appreciating that too much.
yeah, the crowd was pretty rowdy the other night. It was a good
But
crowd.
I've always, and I agree with you. I've always enjoyed watching Knuckles. We've seen him at what 3 or 4 different organizations now,
Yeah,
and
yeah, he always puts on a good show.
uh, but you're right, though. He don't he don't get to go over very often. When you very
He's had,
often, so to see him see him get to go over was good.
yeah, well, uh, he's had some struggles there at WCWO, but that was, like I said, a big victory for him. So we'll see where that takes him. Next match of the night was Ruthless Aggression against TJ Powers and Baron Von Kane. This was an interesting match. It was basically an anything goes match. Uh, and during the match, TJ Powers was injured, and they carried him out. Baron Von Kane left the ring, and then he came back and took on Ruthless Aggression by himself, and had a pretty good performance. Did real well. Of course, Ruthless Aggression took over on him and won the match. Uh, uh, did hear an update on TJ Powers. From what I hear, he's going to have surgery and he'll be out for a while. So, no, something to do with his knee. I don't know the exact extent, but I seen him post something saying he's going to have surgery and be out for a while. Honestly, I thought the effort that TJ Powers and Baron Von King gave, and I didn't see them a lot back in the day. They're older competitors, been around for a long time. I thought their effort was pretty good in this match. I liked the strategy and the way. So I, it was a solid match. Um, got a little wonky. I think it might have been because it took some time to get TJ out of the ring. Crowd got a little restless, uh, but still a pretty solid match.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid match. It was honestly it was a little better than I expected it to be, and it was because of Powers and his tag team partner. What's his name?
Baron Von Kane.
Yeah, Von Kane. Them, I thought we've seen them a few times, and they're older gentlemen, and I can tell that they used to be probably real good workers. But that was one of the best matches I've seen them two guys have here in the last few weeks since
Yep.
that I've seen them wrestling
Yep.
more regular again. I they impressed me at their performance in that match. Uh, Ruthless Domination, they're a solid tag team. So I mean, it was, and if you know the storyline, Ruthless Domination was making fun of them being old and that they were done and belonged in their retirement. So I thought if you knew the story going into it, I thought they told the story pretty good, and that it was, I mean, it was a solid match.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I agree. It was weird though. I know you kind of felt the same way. I don't really think the crowd did, but I almost thought there was maybe because coming into the match, T.J. Powers and Baron Von Kane had been heels since they came back, and I thought almost there was a turn going on there, but I don't know where they're going with that, and now especially since TJ got hurt, but it kind of gave me those vibes the way Ruthless Aggression acted. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was interesting. Then we went to intermission. As we come out of intermission, getting ready to start the show back up, they had a little special thing for a gentleman who's been there for a fan there for a long time. And I'll be straight up honest with you, I don't know his name. I just know him as Grandpa. And he was there for his 91st birthday, and everybody sang happy birthday to him. So I thought that was pretty cool. I know some of the wrestlers came out and sung to him also and give him hugs and stuff. And I know some of them took some pictures with him and things during the intermission. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, and he's there all the time because I know about every time we go, he's there sitting in that same chair.
If there's any way he can be there, if he's not ill or something wrong, he's there. So, we opened the show back up, and I thought the second half of the show was really good. I thought the first half was solid. I thought the second half, as it moved along, really picked up. We started with uh, Jordan James against the Outlaw Johnny Flash, and I thought it was a good match. A good. I liked the story they told in the match. I, honestly, because you know how I think Jordan James is really good. I like the way he does his character and everything. But I thought Outlaw Johnny Flash had a real good performance. I thought it was a real good match. It looks like they're going to maybe Jordan James is going to do a lot more submissions and stuff and more ground and pound and stuff. I kind of like that too. So I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah, I did too, and you know my feelings on Jordan James. I really enjoy watching him, but you're right. Outlaw put up a good fight Friday night, and I like the way the match went. It was a hard hitting match. They like you said, Jordan James doing some submissions and stuff, and
Yep.
no, I really enjoyed it, and I agree. I thought the second half of this show really picked up and took off because I mean nothing against the first half was solid. But I agree with you. I thought the second half really of the show was real good.
Yeah, I thought that match told a real good story. And again, I thought Jordan James was great, but I thought Johnny Flash did a real good job, helped telling the story with his facial expressions and selling and stuff. So I really enjoyed the match. I really liked it. Moving on to the next match, we had Blake Money Wright against Christian Cash. That was a hard hitting match, man. And I tell you, Christian Cash took a couple of really big bumps. It was a real good match. He got some good offense in too. Blake Money Wright had the crowd going. Uh, I really enjoyed this match. I mean, I've seen Blake in a lot of different matches as a heel, as a good guy, whatever. But this was really good. I really liked it a lot, and I thought Christian Cash did a real good job.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'll tell you what, we've seen Blake as a heel a lot, but even as a babyface, he gets the crowd gets behind him, and he threw Christian Cash off that brick wall at one point in that match, and I don't know how Cash got up. To be honest with you, he hit that
I
wall
don't
hard,
I
but
don't think he could have hit any harder.
yeah, man. I mean, they were really both of them were really laying in their shots. I mean, I've always enjoyed watching Cash wrestle, but you can see the improvement in him a big improvement in him over the last few months. And
Well,
I know that a lot of that attributes to getting to wrestle guys like Blake Money Wright and other.
competition he's facing, you got to raise yourself up to that competition.
Yes.
You know, if you don't raise yourself up to that competition, you're gonna be in trouble. So it's it's for everybody. I mean, if you're wrestling people's down here, it hurts you. You got to have somebody to work up to at times to get better. So yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed that match a lot.
Yeah, I did too.
Next, we had a real good matchup. Outlaw Championship on the line. Juwan Thomas and Jackson Morgan. Another really hard hitting match. And it was a real good match. Had some storyline coming to that as Zay and Eric came back up, show back up from being missing for a little bit, and kind of helped Juwan pull out this match. But again, it was a solid match, a lot of hard hitting, and I think Juwan. These guys are both, I think, a little underrated. I think should be working more everywhere. Great performance by both guys, and possibly could have been match of the night. I mean, there was a couple of them on there, but it was a real solid match, really good.
Yeah, real solid match. And I've been saying here for a while now about Jackson Morgan, and you're right about Juwan Thomas. We're starting to see him more places as well, but it's good to start seeing both them guys out there because they're both just hard hitting big guys that both of them can tell a story in the ring. I really like both of them.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I thought with the storyline with Zay and them coming back, I thought it was interesting. They do a good job with the storylines there, and it helps. They going out week to week and then coming into the big show, to help either end the story or help move it along and maybe a new direction or something. They do a good job.
Yeah, came in there no shoes on, and
Yeah,
it was,
one sock
good.
on, one sock.
Yeah,
It was good. They did a good job. Okay, then we go to our main event. It was for the WCWO Tag Team Championships. The highlight reel taking on Dutch Boy Platinum and JB. What do you think of the match?
I really enjoyed it. But I figured you get them four together, it was going to be a real good match. Because the highlight reel, like we say all the time, are one of the best tag teams that we've seen. And then you put Dutch Boy and JB, since they've been together, that tag team just keeps looking better and better together. And both, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a hard hitting match, and
It was
I
probably
really
my
enjoyed it.
favorite match. It was probably my favorite match of the night. I mean, hard hitting, a lot of different move sets, a lot of good storytelling on both sides. All four guys do a real good job of that. Again, I thought it was a real good match. Highlight gets going, man. It's hard to stop them when they get on a roll. But I thought it was real good, and I like the way the match ended. I know we didn't get a champion. We had two pins at the same time, two different referees in the ring. So story's going to move on, and the guys continued to beat the crap out of each other, and the ring got filled up with wrestlers and referees and officials. And I know they're going to be looking at the tape, and they're going to try to decide who actually won the match. I think it'll probably end up in another match somewhere down the line. I would imagine they're supposed to be making some announcements sometime this week. But yeah, it was a real good match. Again, it was a real good show.
And guaranteed there's a lot of people interested in what the final decision in that match is going to be because you got quite a few tag teams there at WCWO that are going to be wanting their shot at whoever the champion is.
I'm sure Ruthless Aggression just they won that feud probably. With Baron Von Kane and TJ Powers. I'm sure they're wanting a shot. I would think Rachel and them would like to get a shot. Savage Love wants a shot. So you got some like I said some good tag teams there would like to have a shot at those titles.
Yeah, I would say they're building up another big match between them two, and then there'll be a champion crown. Who knows?
Yeah.
They might do some kind of no disqualification or something where there has to be a
Winner cage match or something. You never know what WCWO might pull out. It's hard to say. Yeah, but overall, it was a really good show. They had a couple injuries. Of course, Dex was hurt, and Logan Myers, still hurt, and uh, Brody Botkins is also hurt. So they've had some injuries, and they've had to make a few changes here and there. Uh, but that happens. But they put on a great show. I mean, there wasn't a bad match on the show. I thought they all worked hard. I thought they did a good job of doing the stories they was trying to do. So I mean, I thought it was a real good show.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the show. Like I said, I thought the second half of the show was a little bit better than the first half. But I mean, a lot of times that's how a lot of shows are. I mean, the first half gets you going, and then the second half usually gets you over the top.
Yep.
So I mean, but I really enjoyed it. My favorite match was probably the main event. I'd have Jackson Morgan and Jawan Thomas right up there with it. Though I really thought they put on a heck of a show.
Yep. Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So, and I know they got some. I think this Friday they got some big stuff coming up. They're gonna crown a new champion.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Territorial champion, I believe.
No, the Gunslinger. And
Gunslinger champion. Okay, maybe the one that Brody Botkins have. They're
yeah.
gonna have a rumble. So I guess it's gonna be a pretty big rumble. Make some prizes and stuff. So sounds like it's gonna be a good show down there again this coming Friday.
Oh yeah. And then well, if you haven't ever checked out WCWO, they run every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Uh, doors
That's
open
bell
at
time.
6:30. It's $12 to get in. For Can't beat it for the price. I mean,
Got a real good concession stand. Uh, you order the food, they bring it to you and bring it to your seat. So I mean, great service. The concession stand does a great job too. So really a bunch of good people down there put on a real good show. So yeah, their slogan is best $12 you can spend. You ever spend. I can't argue with that. You get a lot of entertainment for your price.
yeah, and like I said, the show this weekend they'll be building up some more storylines and sure find out more about the tag team championship. So I mean, it'll be another good another real good show.
Yep.
I mean,
And
we
the
went down
announcement,
there for I don't know, we've been down there probably what 9, 10 times now,
yeah, yeah,
and
probably last 9 months, we've probably been down there about 8, 9, 10 times.
I haven't we haven't seen a bad show out of there at WCWO.
And we've watched a lot. And if you can't make it down there, they usually most times show the show on Facebook Live, so you can watch it on Friday night. So might check it out that way if you can't make it. But yeah, real good shows.
I know they have a new training class that he's running already, and then another one just started.
Yep. And I
So
know
I mean, I
he
mean,
told us he's got some new people getting ready to start performing. So pretty interesting. Yeah, it was a real good show, and like I said, I thought they had a pretty decent crowd. The crowd was into it, so
and then
that's what you see.
yeah, so their next show is this Friday, but not this weekend. Next weekend, the 14th, you'll be able to see a lot of the WCWO guys there at the DCCW show in Jay County
Yep,
or in Portland, Indiana for the Jay County fundraiser for Jay County wrestling team.
yep.
Uh,
Division 3.
I'm sure that's going to be a great show too, because like I said, WCW and DCCW, we see a lot of both them, and I mean, all the shows we've been to have been good.
They made an announcement today. I don't have a lot of details, and there's going to be a lot more details to come. But it's for Kevin Owens' dad, and it's a whole weekend. It's I want to say it's
Or
January.
Joey Owens is that
What I say,
Kevin?
Kevin. Okay, Kevin Owens. Okay, I got my name wrong. But Joe Owens' dad, excuse me. It's for his dad, Don Basher, who passed away a few years ago. It's a special weekend, and they'll put on 2 shows, and it'll be on Friday and a Saturday. I want to say it's June 10th and 11th. Yeah, Friday,
I
June
think
10th and Saturday, June 11th.
I think that's what I saw.
They just came out with a flyer. Didn't have a lot of other information, on what's going to be happening in those days, but that'll be to come. Still got some time, still got a couple months, but I'll guarantee you there'll be big shows.
Oh yeah, that'll be yeah. Guarantee that's going to be a big weekend of wrestling there at WCWO
Now, we'll
for that.
probably, hopefully, maybe me and you can go down there on the 10th. I know we're busy on the 11th, but maybe we can make it down there on the 10th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be down to go.
But yeah, all in all, it was a really good show, and I think Joey and them guys, of course, do a really good job there. And again, you can't beat the price, can't beat the entertainment. So hopefully, people will go down there and check it out.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to give a shout out to Joey Owens as well for sitting down with us before that show and doing an interview with us. I know he's busy. I know he had a lot going on that night,
Yeah,
show wise as well. So for him to sit down and take about an hour of his time and talk with us, appreciate that. I know I've heard that he wants to come back on again, which you're welcome on anytime.
yep, yep.
Because I know there's a lot more wrestling stuff we that we could talk to that dude about because he has a
Yeah,
lot of knowledge.
and real quick, I just want to give a big shout out. This has nothing to do with the wrestling, but for me and Chris did a show this past weekend on Saturday night. Was watching along with UFC and also a boxing, Shakir Stevenson against Valdez. And all the people that tuned in and watched, which is a huge number. I don't know if Chris wants to give that number or not. He can if he wants, but it was a huge number, and really appreciate all the people checking it out, and hopefully we'll continue to. We'll be doing a lot more of those also. So just wanted to give those people, people watching, hey, if you didn't watch, maybe check it out because a lot of people did.
Yeah, yeah, we had a lot of people watch that Saturday night, and then there's a big one this fight this weekend for UFC. He's even a bigger card. It's just a big pay per view card. A lot of good fights on it. So I'm expecting a great card out of this, and I'm hoping that we get as many people to watch or more this week as we did last week.
Yeah,
But for
that last week's show was on ESPN. They could watch it on ESPN, and a lot of people tuned in to us. I mean, the boxing and the UFC was on there, and
yeah,
we had a huge number. And now we got a pay per view that we're going to do, which a lot of people don't have the money to get the pay per view. So hopefully we'll have big numbers, maybe a lot bigger. So we'll see.
I'll be putting out a graphic about that about what time that'll start and everything. Let's see one other thing. Oh, Wednesday we'll be at Wings and Rings in Portland, Indiana. They're doing a fundraiser thing for the Invasion show. We'll be there from broadcasting live from Wings and Rings from 6 to 8 this Wednesday, May 4th. So come out and support the Jay County Wrestling Club there. I think there's going to be some of the wrestlers and coaches and stuff there. So should be a good night.
I know they got good food there, so people should come there and check it out.
And then this Sunday we'll be live at Summit Pro.
Yep, Summit Pro.
I think doors open. I got here. Doors open at 3. Bell times at 4 for that. Mothers get in for free because it is Mother's Day. So,
Yep. And I think, as far as I know, we was planning on doing a watch along Sunday night with
yes,
WCWO, WrestleMania Backlash. We might run a few minutes late because I know the show starts at 8, and we're going to be pushing it, getting it back from Greenfield, but we'll get on the air as soon as we can.
yeah,
With that. So, yeah, we've got that planned, and we've even discussed about maybe coming on the air a little bit before the UFC and maybe doing the Kentucky Derby. So maybe just that one race, the Kentucky Derby race, not all the the races that day. But
yeah.
should be a big weekend.
All right. You got anything else before we get out of here for tonight?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it. Everybody go out and check out WCWO. They'll have big shows every Friday. I guarantee you it's going to have a big rumble this weekend. It'll definitely be worth going checking out.
All right. Find the button. But no, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're also live with GSR Gonzo Sports Room on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern. You can find both them shows in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, don't forget about the G.W.R. Weekly podcast. New episodes been dropping every Sunday. We have a new episode on there that just dropped yesterday where we talked about Raw and Dynamite and NXT from last week. We also talked about independent star Billy Sparks. If you haven't seen her wrestle, go check her out. Go check out that podcast. You can find it in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, all at Gonzo's Wrestling Room. And you can find the video version on our YouTube page at Gonzo's Sports Room. Also now, I just mentioned that you can find video of Gonzo's Sports Room, Easy Money, and Gonzo's Wrestling Room on Spotify as well. So you can get video on Spotify as well, not just the podcast. It's both on there now. So that gives you another option to watch video besides on YouTube. Other than that, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, the follow buttons. We appreciate that. Appreciate everybody joining us, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Everybody have a good night.